And hello, and welcome back to Atraxia. Last time, I guess we met next. Honestly, it was probably one of the least eventful episodes we've had so far, but for now, let's talk to people. Hey, Sakura, let's not do the main story thing right now. I have a relatively short time to record at the moment, so I'll probably be able to do... Was she going to talk about something?
Yeah. 別に急いで話すことはなかったな。
What? We already finished preparing for tomorrow, so we can talk about it in the kitchen in the morning. I get a towel and change of clothes and head to the bathroom. Before I go to bed, I'll wash away the day's sweat. I poke my head into the living room, but nobody's there. The light's on, so I guess somebody's still using it?
Ah, senpai, konbanwa.
I run into Sakura in the hallway. Exchanging greetings with someone I just saw a little while ago feels a little weird.
こんばんは。ああ、今誰か風呂に入ってる？
いえ、誰も入ってないと思いますけど、ライダーは10時から見たいテレビがあるって言ってましたし、セイバーさんも部屋にいたみたいですから。
Okay. The living room light was on for Ryder, it seems. Saber's apparently in her room, so the bath's open. No, wait, the fact that Sakura's here in the first place means...
さくら、もしかして今から風呂か？
わかっちゃいましたか？ライダーとかお風呂に入ると長いですから、お先にお借りしようと思いまして。
そっか。そうだよな。あの髪じゃ時間かかるし。
Oh, is this related to the bath thing from before?
わかった。じゃあ、お先にどうぞ。
The thing I unlocked? Technically.
でも、先輩も聞いてたってことは、入ろうと思ってたんですよね。
I can take a bath later.
俺はいつでもいいよ。ちょっと土蔵に行って時間潰してくるから。
ダメです。私はいいですから、先輩が先に入ってください。
But I offered to be self-sacrificial first!
いいんだってば。先に来たのはさくらだし、こういうのは早い者勝ちだろ？
いいえ、私は平気です。お風呂の順番が後になっても全然問題ありません。
俺だって問題ないってば。それに、もし俺の後にライダーがやってきたらどうするんだ？
ライダーなら大丈夫ですよ。セイバーさんでもちょっと待つだけで OK ですし。
いや、しかしだな。
A strange situation where neither of us will yield unyielding!
しかしもおかしもありません。先輩はこの屋敷の主なんですから、ドドーンとお風呂を使ってください。
Yes, and how he chose to use the bath was to relent it to you!
それを言うなら、さくらはお客さんじゃんか。風呂ぐらい遠慮なく使ってくれ。
The war of manners. The battle has the both of us going at it like sumo wrestlers.
さくら。
I'm being forcefully pushed towards the bathroom. Oh, using force must mean Sakura is serious now.
男湯女湯別だったらこんなことで揉めないってのに。
A wish totally inappropriate for a private residence just left my lips. Sure, this house is needlessly spacious, but such a big expansion project is a plain luxury.
あ、そうですね。離れにもお風呂があったらいいんですけど。
あっちの方が女湯で、今の風呂を男湯に。いや、そうすると風呂掃除の手間は2倍になるし、離れの女湯の方が狭くなるか。
The only one who would benefit from the men's bathroom would be me, so this really is just something I need to tolerate. More than that, I can't guarantee this would open up a whole new set of disputes over the bathing order.
こうなれば。
先輩、どうしたんですか？
I reverse the grip on Sakura's hand and pull her with some force.
先輩、もしかして。
さくら。
私と一緒に入ってくれるんですか？
Huh? What crazy thing is this girl saying with such a bright red face?
二人で入るには ちょっと狭いかもしれませんけど、その先輩とお風呂で一緒なのは、私が水着持ってくればいいんですね。
Certainly with a swimsuit on, it'd be less objectionable than being together nude. But still.
でも先輩も水着をつければいいんですね。そうすればライダーやセイバーさんに見つかっても水泳の練習だって言えば、ほら。
We're thinking of excuses? Wait, why would we practice swimming? And is it that big of a bath that you could reasonably get away? No way it's that big. No way. You want me to call that a nice idea? Still, why practice swimming in a bathroom? Practicing on a tatami mat would probably be, I guess, more helpful. Why not just practice swimming in water like a pool? Although I'm sure it'd be entertaining to leave it to Sakura's imagination. I better explain this right.
いや、だから違うんだ、さくら。あそこで譲り合ってても仕方ないんで、さくらを先に入れて、すぐ出て行こうって思ったんだ。
そうなんですか。
She looks so happy before she changed to this expression too.
譲り合ってたらどっちも入り損ねる。俺は最後に沸かし直すから、いつも通りさくらたちが先に使ってくれ。
With that decided, I head out of the washroom. If I stay here, we really might end up bathing together. In swimsuits. So this is fine.
すみません。では、お先にお風呂をお借りします。
じゃあな。
Is that the end of it? Is there more? And with that, I return to the living room. After finishing the dishes, I take up a spot alongside Ryder in front of the TV. As it turns out, all she wanted to do was watch the news.
今、さくらが入浴中ですか？
そう、ちょっと順番で揉めて苦労した。
お互いに譲り合いですか？そこにリンがいたのなら、じゃあ私がお先にと漁夫の利を得たのでしょうね。
And she probably will in the future.
言えてる。まあ、あんなに揉めるんだったら先にライダーに入ってもらえばよかったな。
私は一番最後で構いません。最後にガスの火を落としておけばいいのでしょう。
So, Ryder's also the type to let others go first. Leaving aside the famous modest virtue, this master and servant pair really do resemble each other.
お先に失礼しました。いいお風呂でした、先輩。
上がったか。お疲れさ。
Sakura comes into the living room, freshly bathed. Now are we gonna have another argument? Uh-oh. Two more people that want to go last. I wasn't prepared. Fresh out of the bath, Sakura looks softer and has a faintly sweet aroma about her. Oh, that.
ごめんなさい、先輩。髪を洗っててからちょっとお時間取っちゃいました。先輩やライダーをお待たせしてるんだから、
いえ、入浴はゆっくりとくつろぐのが一番ですよ。さくら、まだ髪が。溶かしましょうか。
Is she... So she has a thing for... Mrs. Zuri, that was her name, right? And she did just react like that. I wonder if she's, into that. Like, that way. Like, I can't think of any other, reasons to believe either way, though.
お願い、ライダー。
I start to zone out as I'm watching the situation. At times like these, they really do look like two close sisters.
先輩？
いけねえ。ぼーっとしてた。さくら、風呂上がりで喉乾いてるだろ？
カフェインのあるお茶だと目が覚めちゃいますから。トマトジュースありました？
あるある。料理にも使うからストックもたくさんある。待ってろ。
I head to the kitchen. Also, you, tomato juice. You. If I don't drink something cold myself, I won't calm down. And to calm my mind, I mince a couple of celery sticks to have as a garnish with the juice. Interesting. Sakura, freshly bathed, was a bit erotic, so I focused all my attention on the kitchen knife. I still haven't calmed down, so got some cucumber sticks. Good grief. Seeing the way things are headed, I better just take a quick bath and go straight to bed.
お待たせ。ついでだからおつまみも切ってきた。
それどうしちゃったんですか、先輩。
You don't want to know the reason.
シロ、何事ですか？
いや、ほら、トマトジュースだけだと寂しいからって。
I finally noticed the abnormality on the tray. A mountain of greenery with all the vegetable sticks. There are more bowls than glasses.
いけねえ、切りすぎた。
トマトジュースだけ取ってくるにしては遅いなと思ったんですけど、ライダーも食べる？
いただきますが、セイバーを呼んできますか？彼女であればこれくらいはすぐに片付きそうですが。
大丈夫。残った分はそのまま明日の朝ごはんに使えばいいから。先輩もいかがですか？
後で。とりあえず先に風呂入ってくる。
はい。いってらっしゃい、先輩。
What was that just now? First I need a bathe to calm down. After that I'll just take on that huge pile of veggies. Hey, you think Emiya might be a little horny? He got hot and bothered over just... my goodness. What day is it? I never remember which day is the day. Oh, Shinji. Why not? I feel like this is a short session.
Shinji.
If you're gonna piss me off in some capacity, I can get over it quickly enough by not playing this as long today. A little before 10 in the morning, the port is still empty and there's no one but Shinji just standing there.
釣りをしてるってわけじゃなさそうだな。
He's just staring absentmindedly at the scene, empty-handed.
おい、シンジ。何やってんだ？誰か待ってるのか？
うるさいな。ほっといてくれ。どうせね、僕は嫌われ者なんだ。どこ行っても出番はないし、会ったところで色物だし、気分転換に釣りに来れば変なのに絡まれるし。
He's self-aware at least.
どうよエミヤ。さくらの出番の多さに対して僕3回だぜ。
You have 3? Have I done all of them? This would be the last one if this is your last one. If you only have 3. Okay. Good. Mind you, I don't mind him as much. He's not as annoying as he has been, obviously. But... be less annoying, please.
すっげえ。片手でも指が余るって正直調整おかしくない？つうか、兄より優れた妹など存在しねえ。
Yeah, that's part of your problem, isn't it? Shinji moves to a far corner of the port. So he curls up into a ball like a pill bug. I think he might be about to lose it. They legitimately made a little... Oh, that's hilarious. He'd probably welcome a cardboard box to cover himself up. I could get him a cardboard box. I mean, seeing him down like this, I try to hold back the tears welling up in my throat.
バカ言うな。負けるな、シンジ。立ち上がれ、シンジ。そういう不遇な扱いに全く気づかない。周りの空気をこれっぽっちも読もうとしないのがお前の強さだったはずだ。
Ha 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 ha. I try my best to cheer him up.
やだね。疲れたね。もともと僕は陰湿な性格なんだね。正しいマトウの血を引いてるんだね。
You know, recognizing your failings is the first step to fixing them, right?
じいさんも親父も親父の弟もこういう風に端っこで悩んでるのがお似合いなのね。
Shinji curls up even more. Well, it takes an extraordinary person to behave in such a manner at a place as pleasant as this. This is a bit meta. I know there's some meta stuff in this, but this is a bit meta for like an established character to be.
いいからさ、さっさとよそに行ってくれない？
I do vaguely remember saying someone saying something about one of the Shinji events opening up some minigame, though. So maybe.
僕は運命の相手を待ってんだよ。
Opponent?
僕が主役になる最後のチャンスなんだよ。手ぶらのエミヤに用はないんだよ。
He shooes me away. I can't really think of anything else to try right now. I'll try coming back here later. Oh, do I need to do something? If I'm empty-handed, does that mean I need to get something? Oh well. Soccer residence new, though. Let's go do that.
よし、こんなところか。
I've been muttering the same thing the whole time I was brewing tea in the kitchen. I hate to admit it, but I've yet to make tea that has satisfied her.
今日はあいつもやる気だからな。
I heard it's something about clothing. Since she was on her trip, she didn't get a chance to replace her plain clothes, and now we're in the midst of an uproar that left her closet looking like a tornado had ripped through it. You don't wear different clothes anyway, Tosaka. You only have one outfit according to the art, probably. They might have given her another outfit, I don't know. Nothing at all like a man such as myself, who's perfectly content to just exchange the top and bottom drawers in the wardrobe and call it a day.
ま、あれだけは俺も付き合うわけにはいかないからな。
If I insist on helping, I will only be greeted by an overcast of counter shots. Oh, come on, this is part of my Magis training too. I gotta, color coordinate. And so I was staying downstairs, attempting to stare down one of her textbooks, awaiting further instructions. Now that she has just called me up, I brewed some tea to bring with me.
登坂、入るぞ。
いいわよ。疲れちゃった。はい、ご苦労様でした。やっぱり労働の後の一服はありがたい。
Tosaka accepts the cup and presses her lips to the rim. Looks like she simply couldn't wait for her red tea any longer. Before I'm awarded a score on the tea, I notice the clothes on Tosaka's bed. It's rather unfamiliar and foreign looking. A black dress with a matching white apron? Just like...
メイドの服みたいだ。
みたいだじゃなくて、ズバリ使用人のお色せよ。
Huh.
なんで私のところに入ってたんだか。
Tosaka looks over at the dress as she sips her tea. Servants. Ah, that's right. She does live alone here now, but...
いたのか？登坂の家にメイドって。
お父様の頃はね。私が中学に入る頃までずっと勤めた家政婦さんも実家に帰っちゃって。
So you've actually been living unsupervised since middle school. Interesting.
この色せもその時に処分したと思ったんだけど、ひょっこり出てきたの。せっかく見つけたけど、どうしようかと思ってね。
どうしようかって。着るのか？
What else is there to do with clothes?
デミヤ君ってそういう好みなんだ。
なんでそんな話になるんだよ。服なら着るしかないだろ。飾っておいてどうするんだ。
I mean, you could. Put it on the wall, frame it.
どうだか。イリアスフィールのメイドたちに違和感たっぷりの目を向けてたの。あれはホムンクルスだったからじゃなくて、あのメイド服が気に入らなかったからじゃないの？
Is it the maid outfits, or is it the way that they treat him like they're serving him? And he's sort of the one that would normally be on the other end, so he's uncomfortable with the sort of role reversal. That's a pretty evil grin she has. Then again, I'm only impressed by how complete it is, down to perfectly white clothing and a maid's headpiece.
なら、お前が着るのかよ、登坂。
Test your theory. Do it.
冗談でしょう。登坂の当主である私がどうして使用人の服を着なきゃいけないってのよ。
For fun. Hey, if you don't want to put it on, let's have Emiya try it on. I've made her angry. It seems like her stubborn pride is what's stopping her. My personal opinion is that as long as it fits, nothing else matters. And he's sort of just like... he feels desperate.
でも、そうね。
服は着せてこそ花だし。どうせならセイバーに着せてみたいかな。なんとなく。
Interesting thought.
セイバーにか。それもまた。
Oh, don't say that. You already suggested she should wear it. Da 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 da. I can't really say whether it would be a match for her or not. Da 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 da.
どこを見ているのです、お坊ちゃま。
Oh boy. No, she'd get pissed way more than Tosaga. What are Shiro and Rin making me wear? She'd yell. However, that's not bad in its own way.
サーバントだからメイドサーバントと。
うん、ちょっとベタだから言わないようにしてたけど、予想通り言ってくれて安心したわ。
Just as she expected. She's sitting there clutching her knees, but I forged ahead and boldly voiced my opinion on the other suitable candidate for the maid uniform.
遠坂が着ないのならさくらとか。
おかえりなさいませ、ご主人様。
We're just gonna put it in imagination. No one's actually gonna... Is that a
遠
different...
坂が着ない。
I mean, that seems like a different color entirely, too.
おかえりなさいませ、ご主人様。
That's an entirely different color. That's not... It can't be... That's not the same uniform that they had Saber in. What's with the exasperated look? Just as I expected. Just as I expect her to give me the "you dare make my sister wear that, what in the world are you thinking, you moron of a senpai with no sense of integrity" spiel. That was an elaborate spiel.
あの子だったら喜んできそうね。それで白旦那様とか。
She's more afraid of it?
ないわね。これはさくらには見せちゃいけないわ。
She is more afraid of it. The good-for-nothing big sister mumbles to herself in a low voice.
旦那様ってなんだそれ。さくらがそんなことするわけないだろ。
ああ、聞こえちゃった。
いいけど。じゃあ次、さくらがダメんなら気性といい外見といい、すごく似合う気がする。
申し分なさすぎて怖いわね。それも
Yeah, it's very much a steadfast and selfless writer's the ideal match as her master Sakura's personal servant.
旦那様、お仕事の時間です。
Seeing as writer isn't into fashion, she wouldn't think anything when she sees the maid dress. She'd very likely just put it on.
でもライダーもああ見えて火遊び好きでシチュエーション的に
Are you still?
さっきからお前のつぶやきが全く理解できないんだが。
If you're so afraid of someone else using it for tempting Emiya, then shouldn't you?
それはともかく、あと似合うと言ったら
Issei? No, Issei. Issei, let's go to Issei. Issei, quickly, shove her out of the picture. Let's bring Issei in. Sasaka suddenly burst with laughter. Looks like we both had the same person in mind, but her reaction is the complete opposite of mine.
傑作よそれ。藤村先生は大喜びかもね。きっとそのまま学校に出てくるわ。それでなぜ先生がメイド服なのかエミヤくんが一生懸命説明するのよ。
Well, she already wears an outfit that basically has an apron. Wouldn't be that significantly different, I suppose. She seems to be looking forward to it. Even so, I was just thinking the same thing.
一瞬でもいいと思った俺がバカだった。これは藤姉には絶対禁止だ。
ええ、私も学校でそんな藤村先生に会ったら困るわ。腹筋疲れるし。けどこれでいろいろ遊べそうなことは確かね。
Tazaka picks up the maid outfit on her bed. Should probably just put it away for now. But I can't really get it out of my mind now that I've seen it. You can imagine her too. She doesn't have to put it on for the imagination to go.
なんだよ、遠坂。
やっぱり私が着てるのを見たい？ ごきげんよう、ご主人様。
Da 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 da. It's not that I don't want to see it. Just that I don't want to demand it too loudly. On top of that, even if my wish comes true, there's no telling how much I'd have to compensate for it.
でもまあそれでも見たいかな。
えらいえらい。正直者のエミヤくんにはいつかご褒美をあげましょうっと。
The closet shuts with a clank and the maid dress disappears into the darkness just like that. Ah, goodbye, another miracle yet to be realized.
さあ、これでおしまいっと。
ちご苦労様でしただ。と、そうだ。下で読んでたテキストでわからないところがあったんだ。
あら、そう。時間もあるから教えてあげるわよ。こっちに持ってきなさい。
サンキュー、トサカ。じゃあ、いつもの指導、よろしくお願いします。
She's definitely using that as ammunition, let's say. It's definitely going to become ammunition at some point. Okay. That's... No, I should... No, I think... Yeah, no, I'm out of time, so... yeah, I'll record the rest of this later, so I'll talk to y'all in a second. And hello and back to later in the day when I have more time to record, so let's continue. What do we have? Why do I feel like every single one of these is going to have to do with the bath stuff now? And I'm scared of that, and I'm not all that actually interested in that. Saber doesn't have anything though, so... Okay. This is gonna go poorly. Oh, I know this is gonna go poorly. Speaking of things I have to talk about. Fine. I'm just curious how it'll go, guys. That's it, you know. A scientific endeavor of research and data collection. I've got spare time on my hands, so I'm using it to breeze through some preparations for breakfast tomorrow.
ねえ、エミヤくん、ちょっと来て。
Oh, it looks like Tosaka is calling me.
リンが上がりましたね。それでは、私が先にお風呂を使わせてもらいます。
ライダーも先に使って。私は課題仕上げなくちゃいけないから。
しかし、さくらの方が。
And they continue on like that as I head into the hallway. Since I'll be last, should I turn down the gas before my turn? I'll get dizzy from the accumulated steam after the girls have gone. If I don't, putting that aside for now.
なんだ、トサカって。
Has she already gone to her room? Normally you'd say put after calling someone out. Oh well.
風呂上がりに何か持っていけばいいかな。
But if I suddenly brought her a can of beer, she'd probably just hit me while going on about trying to make her fat or something. Beer? Aren't they still high school? What? Have they ever brought... Do you mean tea? Wait, what? That feels so... She's the opposite to Fujine, who always needs a drink after a bath. Is that a thing? I've never had like this like Japanese bath culture in my life in any capacity. Is that a thing where it's considered very refreshing to have like beer after going to a bath?
どこがいいのかね。喉越しかな。
While mumbling these things to myself, I head towards Osaka's room. Why not just bring a drink? If they said something about people getting thirsty coming out of the bath with Sakura stuff, so I can sort of get that part, but why not just bring a, normal drink? Maybe some water with ice in it if we're concerned about things being in the drink.
トサカ。
お、来た来た。入っていいわよ。
Tosaka's voice sounds unusually cheerful. And yet, perhaps there's some kind of a law of equivalent exchange that makes me become anxious whenever Tosaka seems to be in high spirits.
トサカ、どんな用向きだ？
そんな警戒しなくてもいいわよ。取って食うわけじゃないんだから。
Unless I want you to. I wonder if I'm overthinking this. But then again, Tosaka smells so nice fresh out of the bath. And with just the two of us in this room at night, of course I'll be nervous.
さて、呼んだのは他でもないわ、エミヤくん。こんなことあなたじゃないと頼めないし。
Tosaka's words were highly suggestive. I'm a nervous wreck, having no idea what she's thinking, or intends to.
肩もんで？
はい。
だから肩。風呂上がりに揉まれると効くのよね。
And just like that, my sweet expectations were blown away with one swift strike. As though Tosaka had struck it like a ball at the batting cages, sending it flying I heard it crash beautifully into the net. I hope that was from the game.
ほら、こういうことはエミヤくんにしか頼めないじゃない？セイバーやサクラには気が引けるし、ライダーだと私の鎖骨粉砕しかねないし。
It's not awkward with me?
確かに、俺じゃないと頼めないよな。
I completely understand, but it's still really pressing. At least she didn't I suppose she had a little bit of a lead up to it, but at least it wasn't that much of a lead up to it. Tosaka's shoulders seemed to be bothering her after a bath, and there isn't anyone else suitable to ask. I haven't had a massage in a long time. Yeah, that would be nice. Well, it's not like there aren't some servants that might be good at something like this, but... Taking a step back, also, couldn't you get your servant to do this, Tosaka? You have a servant too, don't you?
遠坂、肩凝るのか？
そうね。やっぱり血圧高くないから血行が悪くてね。
肩凝るほど大きなものをぶら下げてないのに。
I've heard people talk about that, but I wonder how true it is. No, I think I'm dead. That's in a domain men could only imagine, but someone like Sakura might know the truth of the matter.
何か言った？エミヤくん。
Absolutely nothing, definitely.
いや、さくらは凝りそうだけど、遠坂はどうなんだろうかなんて考えてもない。
そう。じゃあ今のは聞かなかったことにしておくわ。
I narrowly avoided stepping in it, big time. But because of that, I have no chance of getting out of this massage.
エミヤくんって得意そうよね、こういうの。
自慢じゃないけど、藤音相手に仕込まれてきたからな。
藤村先生なら四郎にさせてそうよね。羨ましい。
そうか？
そうじゃない。そういうことを気軽に頼める相手がいるっていうのはいいものよ。
Someone who's innately part of your life to the point where doing little things like that for each other is just a given on a daily basis. And they're heavily involved in your life to the point where that would be something that you could easily ask someone for. I understand that a little bit of the jealousy she's, showing there. I definitely get that. I live on my own.
なのかな。藤音に肩を揉まれたことは、いや、なくもなかったが。
Fujine was like, oh, come on, Shiro, you're also really stiff, aren't you? And just started,
そう言われてなぜか生体の実験になり、最終的にはサブミッションの新技開発大会に。
訂正。あんまり羨ましくないわね、それは。
I have a feeling I've just exposed the true idiotic relationship between me and Fujine to Tosaka again. I think to myself, how? How could Fujine, despite being a bit older than me, seriously turn that into wrestling
関
practice?
節技や生体の真似事はいいから、普通に肩もみでお願いするわ。
Well, unless you want some of those.
おだちんくれとは言わないから安心して揉まれてくれ。じゃあ遠坂。
Well, you won't ask, but it's just, It would be rude not to, right, Tosaka? I stand behind Tasaka and reach out for her shoulders. But as I get closer, the scent of her hair...
シロ、何かおかしいことがあるの？
なんでもない。ちょっと緊張してるだけだ。初めてだからな。
Doesn't she normally call him Emiya? That isn't the real reason I'm nervous. The thought of Tasaka with her slender neck and shoulders unconsciously making girlish moans. Calm down. It's just a shoulder rub, a massage. There is no further meaning to it.
変なところ触ったら殺すからね。
そこがガチガチに凝っててもか？
How stiff are your boobs? Is that a thing? Does it get stiff up there? I have no idea.
バカ。
Saying that actually calmed me down. Gripping her shoulders, I use my fingertips to search for the stiffness in her muscles.
お客さん凝ってますね。
わかる？やっぱりほら、私ってできる女だから。
いろいろ苦労してるんでしょうね。
出来の悪い弟子のことを心配したりとかね。
So, basically it's my fault. Meaning, giving this massage is like a way to make up for my incompetence?
冗談よ。本当にシロのことで肩が凝ったら、今頃うっ血死してるわよ。
Fantastic.
手ひどいな、それは。じゃあ、少しはまともになれば、こんなに肩こりはしないのか？
She moans as my hands move. As I massage below her collarbone, Tasaka lets out a light sound of pleasure.
さて、どうでしょう。はあ、でもいいわね。肩揉んでもらうのって。あんまり揉んでもらったことないから、私。
だよな。
Tasaka's been living alone for a long time, and there's not really anyone at school she could ask. Probably not even Mitsuzuri.
なかなか安心して他人に背中を預けられなくてね。疑心暗鬼が基本姿勢の因果な家業じゃない？私たちって。肩揉んでもらうなんて危なっかしくて。
おまけに遠坂の学校の猫かぶりもあるだろ。ちょっと肩揉んでくださらないかしらなんて他の人には言えないよな。
今でも私のことをそう見てるんだ、エミヤ君。
Has this not been established? Are we revealing something we shouldn't be?
いや、俺はともかく首をゴキゴキやってたら下級生が幻滅して悲しむからやめといた方がいい。
I apply more pressure, upwards from the nape of her neck. Yeah, it really is stiff. Enough to make me consider buying bathing products to help deal with stiff shoulders from now on. You know, I like these better than like having like actual H scenes. They're more clever for one. And it sort of plays on the sexual tension like as a joke rather than just being like porn. So they're fan servicey in like an enjoyable way, in my opinion.
これだけでもちょっとシロがいてくれてありがたいなって思ってるのよ。
Basically because they're funny when it boils down to it. But yeah.
よし、それなら今晩は徹底的に遠坂を揉み倒す。
シロ、そんなにしたら。
Saying that, I immerse myself into Saka's massage. Her voice was faintly sensual. I guess this isn't so bad.
そこ。
だがこの程度準備運動にも及ばぬと知れ。本番はここからだぞ、遠坂。
まだするの
Her shrieks filled with relaxation reverberate throughout the room. Like this, the shoulder massage goes on late into the night. However, my hands have become sore. Final night? Oh, that's what we do on our final night. That's how we die. Fantastic. What were we doing again in this world? Anything of any sort of importance whatsoever? No. No. Who cares? I wonder if that actually was translated from an H scene into that. It felt like it was trying to jokingly act like it was an H scene while also not being one, so. There are new things here, yeah? Sure, why not?
Oh, Emiya, 聞いたか?
A familiar voice calls me to stop outside the third-year classroom. Oh, both of you. Mitsuzuri and Tosaga. Their beauty makes the pair of them the bride of Homohara. Oh, is Mitsuzuri supposed to be good-looking? I don't remember ever being told that was like part of her reputation before, but okay. It can be hard to tell with anime characters sometimes, because, I don't know, at the very least, you don't see very many that are designed to not look good at the very least. It's said that these two are close, though it's thought to be too unreal to be true by some.
おはよう、三つ釣りに遠坂。
おはよう、エミヤくん。
こいつようやく帰ってきたんだって。聞いた?
Hey, she called him Shiro. Like, I feel like I'm trying to remember. So obviously she called him Shiro during that. Is it just out in the public like this? I thought it was also in front of like Sakura and them too, that she was doing it. Oh, whatever. Mitsuzuri says, pointing at Tosaga. Oh, did I hear that she's back already? Yes, I did hear that. I reply with a nod. Of course I had. We are practically housemates as it is.
そう、私も洋行帰りってこと。
この時期に英国旅行なんだってな。
Did you not know?
まったく、学校サボって海外旅行と決め込むなんて、優等生のくせにどうしたもんだか。
Mitsuzuri must be really jealous of her to sigh over Tosaka's trip like that. If I didn't know the details myself, I think that too.
で、どこ行ったんだ? ロンドン、ウェールズやネスコとかも?
残念ながらほとんど観光はなかったわよ。ほら、私も来年からいろいろあるじゃない?
Oh yeah, that's right. Tosaka's trip was officially supposed to be a precursor to her studying abroad there.
ああ、なるほど。今のうちに下宿選びってこと?
それもあるし、前もって整えておきたいことが多くて。それに、自分が住む環境に早めに慣れ親しんでおかないとね。
She may be headed there on a scholarship, but it's still important to lay the necessary groundwork ahead of time.
もうあっちの学校の推薦取ってるんだよな。羨ましいね、優等生は。
綾子だって楽勝じゃない。この前の実力テストもさすが三綴様様って思ったわよ。
それでもあんたより下じゃない。まったくもう。どう思うこの優等生様を、エミヤ。
What do I make?
いや、俺は全然ダメだったぞ。
エミヤはぼんやりしすぎだって。ダメすぎるとマトウと一緒に卒業する羽目になるぞ。
I don't know how it works in Japan, but you know, maybe.
あら、エミヤ君はそれでもまんざらじゃないって顔してるわよ。
Tosaka continues to make fun of me. Still, I'm not so much of a slacker that I'd have to repeat a year like she's implying.
まあ、エミヤ君はね、いざとなれば私が面倒見てあげるわよ。
え？エミヤに家庭教師するとか？
それどころか、卒業後の進路先まで探してあげたりもできるわよ。
Don't say that. That's just implying shit. Whoa, she brought that up in front of Mitsuzuri. If it were Issei, news like that would have been a critical hit from which he'd never recover. Probably. The way she's eyeing me now suggests that she expects an explanation.
いや、ほら、家事手伝いとか。
That's not helpful.
エミヤくんも留学とかしてみる気分になってるかもね。それにルームシェアすれば家賃は安く済むじゃない。
Oh, wait, okay, yeah, so I'm trying to remember, he did go with her, because there's the whole thing in the ending for her. Oh, it's been such a long time. I don't remember. I don't remember if he went with her or not. I think so. At least for some parts of it.
おお、いいのかそれ、遠坂ってば。
Well, he gives some killer shoulder massages, right? So, she meant living together while studying abroad, or... No, she just said we'd be roommates. It's true that, should we both go abroad, our finances will not allow us to live separately.
エミヤが留学してどうするんだ？っていうか、大丈夫なのか？こいつ連れてって。
Oh, you know what? Okay, you know what? No, oh, right. Right, no, so the thing I was remembering from, like, last episode, with the whole Neko-san thing and, like, what he's gonna do after graduation, that's what I was remembering, wasn't it? Like, when he was thinking about how, like, he's not gonna go to college, he's gonna do something involving Tosaka, basically. And that whole, like, Magus sort of route, right?
異界でも異教でも3ヶ月も放り込まれれば人間どこだってなれるわよ。それにエミヤくんは別れたくないから追ってくるって言ってたりして。
Well, I'd like you to prove that. Who is that embarrassing imitation supposed to be of? That didn't sound like imitation. After frantically scanning the hallway in case there's someone else here who could have heard her, I'm preparing to retort by asking her just when and where I said that. When?
へえ、エミヤってもっとサバサバしてるのかと思ったんだけどさ。
十分にクールでドライさ。
いや、遠坂にはね、なんだ、あれだ、エミヤ。
Mitsuzuri vigorously slaps me on the back. And finally, after heaving a great sigh, makes the following pronouncement.
その息で追えば、エミヤでもなんとか背中ぐらいはこの女を捕まえられるかもしれない。
あら、そういう綾子だって男の子が追いかけるのは大変そうじゃない？
うるさい。っていうか、それで思い出した。エミヤを連れて行くのはちょっと待ちなさい。こいつとはまだ勝負がついてない。もう一回、シャで白黒。
Oh, is that a thing between us? I don't remember that being a thing between us, but okay.
時間だぞ、二人とも。あと三つ釣り。それはまた別の機会にな。
また逃げられた。遠坂、土産話はまた後で。
いろいろあるわよ。じゃあ、ごきげんよう、エミヤくん。
The girls' battalion makes a rather hasty exit. Well then, I better get to class. She knows exactly how to play. Play everyone. Yes, she does. Is there anything even left? There is, technically. The last homeroom is ended, and I'm about to hit the road. Students going home, students hurrying on their way to the club building, and students just standing around talking, all fill the hallway with a ruckus second only to lunchtime in terms of noisiness. I don't have work today, and I haven't made any plans. I decided to go straight home, but...
エミヤくん、ちょっと。話がありますから教室に残りなさい。
Interesting? Is this like the career stuff, maybe? That's come up a few times when we've been at school. Fujini stops me, a serious look on her face. At times like these, she's a Fujimura sensei. As one of her students, it would be wrong for me not to respond in the same manner.
話って何ですか、藤村先生。
yeah, he got that.
なんですかじゃありません。エミヤくん、まだ進学先決めてないでしょう。今週中に提出しなさいって言ったの忘れたの？
Oh, I have so many more cycles to get that at some point. Come on. Nah, I forgot. Or rather, even though it's already October, I guess I still haven't really been able to narrow down my choices. Am I going to college? I guess this is really answering it now. That Fujine would become a Fujimura sensei is only to be expected.
すみません。もう少し時間が欲しいんですけど、ダメでしょうか。
ダメです。今日中に提出しなさい。3年で決めてないのはエミヤくんと牧寺さんだけなんですからね。牧寺さんに先を越される前に決めちゃいなさい。
Yeah, that would be a stain on my reputation and honestly my pride forever if I was, less decisive than her.
まあ少しぐらいその場しのぎでも多めに見ますから。
Here you go, she takes out the Higher Education Aspirations report form.
その場しのぎでもいいって。とりあえず欄を埋めろってことですか？
I am going to become a housewife. There we go. I feel like that fits for all my choices, honestly.
そういうことです。担任としても保護者としても頭が痛いですが、それを書いてもらわないと次は職員室に呼び出しだからね。
Fujimura sensei, Fujine, breathes a deep sigh of exasperation.
わかりました。じゃあちょっと考えます。
よろしい。時間はあるからね。日が沈むまでは付き合ってあげます。
She really wants this done. About that. Until last year, I thought I'd go to a local university, but a lot of things have happened since then. She said it could just be a makeshift one, but isn't this supposed to be a pretty serious report? After getting lost a few times, I finally managed to fill out the whole Higher Education Aspirations form as sincerely as I can.
お待たせしました。はい、藤村先生。
はーい、ご苦労様。どれどれ。って第一志望は未定。第二志望は外国留学？
Wait, law?
第三志望は法政方面か。
What? Wait, what?
去年までの目標が3位に転落してるけど、何か理由があるの？シロ。
Oh, was that like his way that he was going to become a superhero? Like originally? Something like the law, whether it's like police officer or like a lawyer?
興味がなくなったわけじゃなくて、他の優先順位が高くなったというか、一応限りなく同率ってのはダメかな。
シロにしては歯切れが悪い回答ね。けど未定も同率なの？卒業したら働くってこと？
いい職場があれば働きたいけど、自分がちゃんと役に立ててきちんとみんなに行き渡るような。
じゃあ2番目の外国留学っていうのは？シロ、英語の成績普通でしょう。ヒアリングはともかく発音はかなり厳しいわよ。わかんないな。どうして留学なんて言い出すのよ。東坂さんの影響？
Well, at least she knows.
いや、影響というより覚悟みたいなものなんだ。本気で勉強するならいつまでも東坂に甘えていられない。俺も本場で揉まれないといけないなって。
Ah, okay. Does she have any idea what that's referring to? Because there's a lot of stuff you'd have to explain for that to make sense.
本気って桐次さんみたいなこと？
How much does she know? And for a moment, I'm speechless. She's asking if I mean wandering from place to place somewhere abroad like my dad. Virginie knows how much I admire Kritsuyu. Better than anyone else, in fact. So when I say I'll go abroad without mentioning Tosaga, she can, guess what it means.
どうだろう。先のことはわからないけど、親父とは違う道になるとは思う。
Actually, isn't that what Archer did? It's been a long time since I've, even thought about what his specific path was like, but wasn't he, like, going from place to place trying to be a hero all around? He wasn't someone who's, like, I feel like wandering was a significant part of his story at the very least.
そっか。もう決まってるんだ。
And so, with number 2, it is then. She puts a red check mark next to number 2 on the report form. The commotion of after-school club activities in the schoolyard resounds throughout the school. She's surprisingly understanding, all things considered. And yet the classroom remains lifelessly silent. Despite the fact that there's me sitting at the desk and Returnee standing at her platform and looking over the higher education form, it's as silent as if the room was empty.
さ、教師として生徒の自主性は止められないんだけど、一つだけ聞いていいかな？
She says,
シロ、ちゃんと帰ってくる？
interesting. As if making plans for tomorrow or maybe yesterday, gazing into the distance.
帰ってくるよ。1年に何回でも。うちの手入れしなくちゃいけないだろ。
なんだ。じゃあ待っててあげなくっちゃダメね。シロがいない間は私が守っててあげるから、どーんとどっか行ってきていいわよ。
She's very supportive. Her sparkling smile. If I really do go to a faraway land, no matter where in the world I go, there's nothing that could cheer me up more than that smile.
ありがとう、藤音。確率低いけど、もしそうなったら留守は頼んだからな。
シロもね、外に出るからには一回り大きくなって帰ってくるのよ。
A reply with never-changing warmth. In the final autumn before my path changes for good. In an empty classroom, the two of us make yet another unbreakable promise. That was nice. I really enjoyed that one, I gotta be honest. That was really nice. I just know these are bath stuff. I just knew it. Just knew it. There's one other thing that wasn't required from her, right? Go have a look. I assume this is her. She's back, huh?
あら、エミヤくん。おやすみなさい。
おやすみ、遠坂。夜更かしすんなよ。って待て。それはなんだ、それは。
I call out to Sasaka, who's trying to slip by me. I wouldn't normally mind if she ignores me, but something here worries me.
何よ、エミヤくん。私、何かおかしなところがあるの？
Well, I know you do that pose a bit, but you might be hiding something in your hands.
遠坂本人ではなく、武装が怪しい。そこ、後ろに何を隠している？
別にエミヤくんには関係ないと思うけど。はい、見る？
She displays it openly. There can be no mistake. It is a bottle of liquor and a glass in her hands.
それ、飲むのか？
飲む以外何に使うのよ。ナイトキャップ代わりってやつよ。
What's that?
まあ、なるほど。一杯引っ掛けると眠くなるって聞くもんな。
I've never heard that.
確かに。
Well, I've never heard that term before at the very least. Well, good night then. It somehow doesn't seem like an appropriate way to dismiss this, though.
気のせいかしら。エミヤくん、ひどい顔してるけど。
気のせいじゃない。お前のせいだ。寝る前にちょっと一杯ってなんだよ。それ、まさかアルコール？
ずいぶん大げさね。エミヤくんは飲まないの？どうしても寝つけない時とか。
They're high schoolers.
そういう時は布団をかぶってじっとしてるし、寝づらいことは少ない。
そうよね。エミヤくんって年中ドライでも平気って感じだし。
Thanks ever so much for the admiring words, Tosaga. I can tell she's pouting. Does Tosaga really think that I'm that unusual?
お酒じゃないわよ。安心して。ただの輸入物の濃い味のジュースだから。 ぐっすり眠りたい時にね、自分を騙すためにたし飲んでいるの。
Okay, so I don't have that much knowledge of their drinking age, but I thought it was like 20. That's just based on like trails, and me assuming like the characters in that like turning 20. It's like, okay, now we're old enough to drink. Like it's not 21 like in the US, but I thought it was 20, and they're not 20. They're not 20. They're still in high school.
そうか。一応信じるが、飲みすぎるなよ。
And I know this is older than like the recent Trails games, but have they changed their alcohol drinking age like in the past 20 years? It seems awfully recent for that to have happened. A saying that reminds me of Returnee, the household's patron saint of overdoing it when it comes to drinking. That tiger of ours can down enough booze to have an actual wild tiger staggering.
本当に信じてる？たとえお酒だとしても、藤村先生みたいな飲み方はしないわよ。我が家の家訓では、飲んでも飲まれるなと。
You have a saying in your family that you learned at an early enough age despite the fact that you're like in elementary school or some shit, right? When your father died and you're left basically alone. You learned it at an early enough age to remember that. That sure is a tavern-like saying that Tasakas have. Most likely it was added by the current generation.
安心なさい。何事も余裕を持って優雅たれ。
Right. Outside of closed doors, you are.
気分悪くして倒れるなんて、みっともない真似は死んでもできないわよ。
Certainly. I can't even imagine Tosaka being drunk. Tosaka has to maintain her perfect honor student image. She probably drinks while being mindful of her own limits. Well, it's also likely that she'd mistake vodka for something else and topple over.
注意した方がいいのはさくらよ。あの子水気だから、藤村先生なんか比較にならない素質があるはず。将来のね。ライダーも底なしっぽいわね。だって上ばみだから。
How many of you are drinking to the point that you understand each other's like limits and drinking habits? And Ryder I get. Saber I would sort of get. Sakura, you and Emiya though?
トラに上ばみに、我が家はアルコール動物園か。
I wonder about Saber. She doesn't seem like she'd refuse alcohol, plus she wouldn't have been able to play the part of a king back in those days without drinking. Yeah, I was thinking like she probably just drank a lot. Back those days, wasn't alcohol typically a safer drink to have too? Like there was a long point in time where alcohol became really popular simply because it was safer than like potentially infected like water from around, because purifying and all that sort of cleaning stuff hadn't really, worked out as well or come into the technological level that it needed to.
そういえば、シロってお酒苦手そうよね。
そんなことはないと思う。酒に鍋とか豚肉のビール鍋とか平気だから。
I gotta be honest, I felt a little personally offended by that. A little personally offended by that. I don't drink personally. And I don't, because my family has a history of getting addicted to stuff easily. I've never had alcohol at any point in my life. I'm fine with that. I don't care. That felt a little... that you can't handle it? I know she wasn't talking to me, but it felt a little like she was talking to me. If just for like a moment, I felt personally offended. Before I was like, no, she's not talking to me. But I still feel a little offended.
あんなのアルコールみんな飛んじゃってるじゃない。
Obviously, it would be kind of weird if they did. Now that I think about it, I don't recall myself ever having really drank.
未成年なんだし、酒に弱かろうが強かろうが関係ないだろ。
あくまで将来の話よ。そうね。この辺も鍛えないとダメね。
Oh, for fuck's sake. What is this conversation? This makes no... Whatever. Like, I hope someone has an explanation or I can look something up. I don't know. I'm so confused. It's so just haphazardly or casually putting this on them.
鍛えるって何を？
お酒、アルコール。ほら、あっちの方はワインやビールなんて水って世間だから。エミヤくんも飲めるようになっておかないと大変よ。
I don't think that. No. No, they didn't. No, they don't. Over there, Europe? I've heard about that as well. Well, that doesn't really mean we need to start practicing now. That is the weirdest, like, reputation. Is that a reputation people actually think about Europe? Obviously, maybe. This is all so confusing to me.
父さんがやはり酒飲みは似合わな。
何言ってるのよ。シローがカッパカッパと飲んで倒れたら面倒を見るのは私しかいないじゃない。そんなみっともない真似をするのは嫌よ。
It seems that Tasaka watching over me is more likely than the other way around. After all, Tasaka's holding a bottle of strong brandy. It actually seems like she might be able to handle it.
だな。そうならないように努力する。
酔う酔わないは努力うんぬんじゃないわよ。半分以上は体質なんだから。
日本人は体質的に下戸が多いってやつか。って待てよ。だったら鍛えることなんかできないんじゃん。
飲んでいれば飲み慣れてくるものよ。それにどれくらいが事故の限度かを知らないのが一番。
I mean, that's sort of the normal thing with poison. I mean, isn't that technically what alcohol is? It's like a mini little poison. You're just sort of like fucking with your body a little bit, and if you go overboard, you're gonna actually poison yourself. Someone who's not used to running would injure themselves if they tried to run a long distance at high speed. So, it's even the same with alcohol. If you get caught up in the moment, you could be over your limits in no time.
そういうこと。じゃあ今からちょっと付き合いなさい、シロ。
そういう道理か。いや待て、それジュースだろ。
そう、ジュース。成人前の予行演習。お
Should I take her up on this invitation? This would be my first time drinking with Tasaka. Until now, I never thought something like this could happen.
何遠い目をしてるのよ。
いや、昔はほら、遠坂は完全無欠のお嬢様だと思ってたから、酒の話とか、こんな風に声かけられるとか、つゆほどにも思ってなかったから。
Thinking about it now, it doesn't seem that strange. Suddenly, I find myself reminiscing about days long past. I don't really feel any strong attachment to them, though.
あの頃の純真に戻りたいとか？
でもない。わかった。そういうことなら付き合おう。
こんな時間にカロリー取ってもいいことないわよ。ま、一杯だけだから。
Isn't beer fucking full of calories? Isn't alcoholic drinks typically very high on freaking calories? Oh my goodness. Just one drink, sure. I guess that's fine. Nah? I'm a bit concerned about the origin of that bottle in Tasaka's hand, though.
その瓶、うちのじゃないか。
もちろん。ほら、溜め込まれるより飲まれた方が有効な活用じゃない？
いいか。その辺は勝手に補充する係がいるし。
The Fujimura group gives us plenty of those kinds of things, and the Japanese ones are useful for cooking, but the brandies and whiskeys are just too strong. Sakura said that flambeing with brandy creates a nice aroma, but she was scared by the size of the flames.
いいでしょ。今度うちに来たらお返しに秘蔵のコレクションからおごる。それ
何をコレクションしてるんだ。わかった。グラス持ってくる。
これ一つでいいじゃない、別に。
んなこと言ったって遠坂、それだと同じグラスで。
We take turns drinking, one glass between Tasaka and myself. That would be very...
もう少しは雰囲気くらい出しなさいよ。
Taking completely off guard, her words cut through me. That is the most forward I think she's been in a long ass time. Damn it, was I being that tense?
了解。でも次はグラスは2つ用意しろよ。
はいはい。じゃあ私の部屋に行きましょう。
Interesting. Very interesting. The Echo 6 channel does not condone underage drinking. Full disclosure. I'm not sure what's going on there, but there's probably an explanation at the very least. It maybe the laws have changed in the past 20 years or however long it's been, technically, since this came out. Probably closer to 15 years. But yeah, okay, well, interesting. A lot of weird stuff happened in this episode, so next time, more weird stuff. So, I'll see y'all then. Drive safely, everyone.